Why do you come to an open mic? Do you want to be inspired? Do you want to be entertained? I'm sure it's not to have your ears raped and abused by the sheer neglect someone had put on a piece of paper, ignorantly ignoring the importance of words and syllables in which they are meant to be spoken. For me, it's just hard to sit in a crowd, to watch, to listen, to place myself on the world the poet is attempting to create before us. Because when I come to an open mic, I want to open the mic and sit inside, just to feel the vibrations of your heart through your voice as it shakes my body into submission. I want your poem to place me in front of a mirror and have you look into my eyes until my pupils become pupils that lets you teach me through audio something I ought to know but don't. It wouldn't if it were simply relayed through a sheet of paper. Because it's the power of the voice that allows us to understand, but it's the presence of the poet that lets us feel. A sheet of paper is nothing more than a reference, a simple train of thought, a compilation of shapes on the deadest color alive, because true words are meant to be spoken. You see, when I read a poem, I want it to come alive. I want it to open up a world that will make you want to live and die, laugh and cry in the first syllable. I want to open up my mouth and step outside myself and read something that will teach Da Vinci the rhythm of art and Beethoven the art of music while I paint words in your heart humming you to sleep. I want to make every breath you take feel like the peak of an orgasm so I can listen to your moans and screams while you as an audience create a new poem of lust, of passion, of penetration into a place where we are no longer afraid to stand on stage and curse out absurd racial slurs because I will turn you all to atheists with my words. So we can open up our blank Bibles and create some bullshit that'll be read by millions for centuries. I want to read a poem that'll finally admit that the best part of sex is holding the person afterwards, while at the same time reciting a poem that justifies murder, that embellishes poverty, that gets all the men in the room to stick their dick out the nearest window to fuck the world. I'm going to explain why drugs are cheaper than education, why in the land of the free we are still constrained, why people lock their doors when they leave their house to protect their personal possessions when they say that all they need in life is God. A good poem simulates the feeling you get when you're in your cheap-ass car with your even cheaper radio, but your favorite song's on, and you've got no reception, and your ears are just craving to hear one pitch from every other word of the singer that'll make your heart sing and your mind ring until you begin floating through traffic, eyes glistening in the color of the lights, because at that moment, your heart has been entertained through poetry. Now don't be confused when I all of a sudden use the word music, because I do not mean rapper, gangster, busta capper. Now, I'll confess that Tupac's the best, and I go all the way back from Busy Bones to Jimmy Jones, y'all don't even know. But any person with half a brain going clinically insane can put words to a beat while I stand on my feet, face red from the heat, staring at a sheet, scared. I can't say scared. Scared, looking at all the stirs, thinking that nobody curs. Rap is easy. It's the divine poets who hide their talent until the final line. We can take the square root of a noun, put it in a quadratic formula of juxtaposition, and end up with one hell of a metaphor. That's what we're for. Leaving the room with the energy, going from one individual to the next like a hex, putting you in this new type of bliss. And it's this feeling that gets me to sacrifice a night, to come to an open mic. Why are you here?